Today, we will be taking a look at some awesome upcoming news on 2 indie games and information about Hollow Knight's physical release. Alright, let's do this. Now that's gaming news. Let's start off with Ambrosia. This is an upcoming Metrovania game being worked on by the developer Realmsoft that didn't quite reach its Kickstarter goal, unfortunately, but the small team is still working on making it the best it can be. Recently, there was a devlog on their website showcasing a bit more of what they are working on. So far, 35 enemies have been added to the game with a goal of wanting to reach 50 by the end. I think it's pretty awesome how they are wanting like every enemy to be different from each other and not just a reskin like many other games. That is definitely a hard task to fill, but I wish you the best in your development. You can see some inspiration from Mega Man, and the setting is in a post-steampunk world, which is different from most Metrovania or platforming titles. Great job to the team, especially one of the team members, Nate, who's been working hard on these designs, and just the passion to create Ambrosia. It's so time consuming to create games with the goal to be this big. Around 75 to 80% of the framework seems to be finished, and I really hope in the end others will enjoy the game and definitely they'll have a product to be proud of. If you want to read more about Ambrosia and its past updates, there will be a link in the description below. Kung Fu UFO is an indie game being worked on by Retro Nerve Games, very unique in the sense that it's being released physically for the Sega Genesis / Mega Drive. Yeah, that's right. I was surprised too when I saw this on Twitter, and it's pretty awesome from the looks of it. It is basically a homebrew game. For those that aren't familiar with that term, they are games which are created for consoles, which tend to be the older ones usually. So platforms like the NES or Sega Dreamcast is very popular with homebrew games. I really think it's cool to see this kind of support on the older generation consoles over the years. So far, it looks like is coming along really nicely from the various screenshots, gameplay demonstrations, and there is even a cartridge being developed with it, along with prototype images for the boxes that you can see right here. I am curious to see how well this will do in sales. Do homebrew games usually get sold a lot? If you are familiar with homebrew like style type games, feel free to let me know more about the prices, but definitely it looks like this is going to be something I'll be looking more into, and I'll update you all with some more information in the future. The indie game Hollow Knight, which was a huge success, will be getting a physical release for the Nintendo Switch at some point. I always love when indie games can get physical releases because owning the box along with the actual copy is something that really digital can't recreate that feeling of a new box smell. But in all seriousness, I am happy that the game is doing well on the Switch and just in general, and that the developers Team Cherry are really happy to share some news very soon. I have the game on PC currently, but I wouldn't mind picking it up again to have something like that portable and also to support the developers. What about you guys? Will you be picking up Hollow Knight for the Nintendo Switch if you own one? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want to discover something new, you can get started right now by checking out my previous video of an indie game being developed called Mindseas, or if you want something a little bit different, then click right here. Thank you so much for joining me in this video, and until next time, take care.